Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for a very exciting episode of the Skylanders Imaginators Soul Seekers series here on the channel. In the previous episode, we attained all of the Imaginite sets, which means that now, for technical 100% completion of the video game right here, what we need to do is triple star the two remaining levels, starting of course with Abandoned Amusement Park, where we can take our time. We don't need to speedrun it, we just need to find all of the areas. We have 14 of 16 checked off, so hopefully those two remaining, once we have found those two, we're gonna get the hell out of here, because the last thing I want to do is risk losing our characters in the finale to a freaking Doomlander. The hardest Doomlander in the game at that, the quick shot Doomlander, which is going to be a lot harder than the Kaos boss fight I have to look forward to at the end of this episode. And this is going to be the very first time in the Imaginator Soul Seekers series where we get to see said final boss fight, because up until now we have been skipping over it, savouring it for this moment in time. And boy, am I excited to bring to you the final boss fight of this game after hours upon hours of attaining 100% completion in this game. And even then, it feels longer than it actually is. It feels longer than the Skylanders Trap Team Soul Seekers series. But let's not forget, Skylanders Trap Team Soul Seekers was also of 46 episodes long. So it's the exact same episode count as Soul Seekers series before it, even though Imaginators, due to pacing, has just felt a little bit longer. It has taken me physically more time, because obviously some episodes have been sped up for the sake of grinding out Imaginite sets, as well as grinding out the tech sensei round. But yes, grinding out the Imaginite sets in Creative Creation wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. Regardless, Earth is stronger here, so I think Egg Bomber Airstrike has just about worn out his welcome. It's time instead for some legendary Triton action! As you can tell, much excited that I was, much excited indeed. Boom! Let's get smashing. Oh, those benches had it coming, not for looking at me funny, but just for their mere existence. Okay, they pale in comparison to that long-eaten bench we found. Every bench in existence does. I don't understand why other benches just... Where did they find a purpose to exist, knowing that they will never top that legendary awesomeness that you see on screen right now? And we're back. Enough talking about benches. Let's be spinning that wheel right now. It's not quite a bench though, so it's not quite as exciting, I'm afraid. So you can see why we skipped the pathway up to it, because it's always about the destination, it's never about the journey. Whoever told you otherwise was speaking absolute, pure and utter rubbish. Because yes, there's no point showing the journey there when the destination was so lackluster. Like, seriously, this boring wheel compared to benches? Nah, we're going to skip that crap, get it out of here. Skip the journey, get straight to the destination. Destination was the key thing. The journey had not much to say about it. It was all about the destination, as everything always is. Okay, I guess we're getting at least going to try to get all of these Imaginite chunks out of here, so that then I can make it to the goal, or we can just unite them. That also works. We got there eventually, but as always, you know, it's about the destination here, not the journey in getting here. It's air that's stronger here. Do I care? Well, I should, but I don't. Boom! Let's get them all out of here. I'm pretty sure this was just for Tidepool's Soul Gem, but we're not taking any risk here. We are making sure that we find every area of the level. Boom! Boom! Shake the room. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. So we have been here already. That diamond is for nothing other than Tidepool's Soul Gem. So I suppose we seeked out her soul twice, but if anyone deserves that kind of honour, it certainly is Tidepool. Meteor! Anyway, that's why we didn't bother swapping out for air, because we go straight back to Earth again. This game has lots of like small areas where the elements are constantly swapping out on you. It just can't seem to make up its mind. What can I tell you? Boom! Boom! Shake room. I love how it even pulls in enemies into the damaging like aroma around the ground right now. Oh, they don't stand a chance. I almost feel sorry for him. Batter up and get caused extinction by the very same object that caused the extinction of dinosaurs. It's ironic that how Tri-Tip, being a dinosaur, ooh, the superior hair, cool. But yeah, that being said, Tri-Tip, being a dinosaur, utilizes the very same object that caused the extinction of his own species, and he's using it against the enemies to then cause their extinction. The irony is not lost on me. Anyway, we're going to wait for this to slowly rotate. This is making that wheel right there seem even more lackluster in comparison to benches. But yeah, they should just stop manufacturing benches altogether, because they've already peaked with that Long-Eaten bench. There's just no point in more benches existing when they just paled by comparison. So let's finally hop in there. Man, if the Long-Eaten bench had anything to do with rotation of this here area, then I guarantee this would be rotating a lot more quickly right now, and a lot more with epicness, to say the least. But has that already achieved our final star objective by finding all of the areas? Because I had a chest added to Vault, so it appears there were 2 areas we're missing. It was probably that area we discovered with Airstrike with the treasure behind the shack. Then the other one was from this here area, the rotary area, that again rotated very lacklusterly due to the lackluster wheel that caused its rotation. And then secondly, of course, it would have rotated far more superiorly, if that's even a word, but it is now because I said so. Case in point, if Long-Eaten bench had anything to do with it, that would have been a lot more quicker and a lot more glorious. But enough of my rambling. Let's, first things first, claim the fruits of our labour, because we have indeed an Imaginate chest for the level star completion of the Adam Music Park here. Bright Ideas hat. If only I could come up with bright ideas to design my Imaginators. But that being said, let's return to the MAP about for the day, because we have a speedrun to achieve, as well as a boss to annihilate. No, we're not just going to beat Kaos. No, we're going to pulverize him. Oh, we're going to make him sorry he was ever born. This got dark very, very fast. Do I care? Not really. In fact, this isn't even dark. That's not quite the description we're looking for here. No, this is legend. Wait for it. Dairy. Legendary. Oh, I didn't even know meteorites whilst in the bird wings could be activated. That was quite the cinematic shot right there. So let's head on through the fog, and then let's, without further ado, 100% Lair of Chaos, because as soon as we've done that, our 100% completion we've been building up to for 45 episodes now, it will finally have been attained. But we have to be fast here, because this is a very, very strict speedrun objective, to say the least. Okay, Undead is stronger here, so let's bring out my most powerful Undead character, the Undead Knight, who very originally named Undead Knight, might I remind you. Yeah, this is going to be brutal. For, against them, I mean, not for me, not so much for me, not so much for me indeed. Boom, boom! You see what I mean already? Obliteration is at hand. He hit me. Oh, I'm going to avenge him hitting me. That's not cool there, fella. Die! Die some more. Thank you. Ask me you shall receive. If I never asked for that, then perhaps I would never receive the death of my foe. After all, how is one supposed to know that you wish to receive something without first having asked for it? Henceforth, ask, you shall receive. Life is stronger here, so it's time for a little bit of the quickest life Skylander, of course. Ambush! I'm going to ambush these enemies with some very skillful sword playing, because that's just Ambush's way, the way of the bush. Boom, boom, shake room. Or better yet, we're just going to avoid these enemies altogether, because all we need to do to continue traversing is complete the puzzle. So yeah, enemies, traversal, most definitely. Okay, here we go, we're going to do the exact same thing over here, and we're just going to ignore the undead element popping up, because life is going to pop up immediately afterwards. And you know what's even more fun than playing the undead element in its area? Playing the exact polar opposite element. That's what's so fun about it. Okay, here we go, let us flip that right round, baby, right round, like a record player, right round, round, round. Okay, here we go, let's get it out of here some more. Can't move direction after we dash, so it's better, getting into the direction we want to go before initiating the dash, rather than dashing too far, having to change direction and then dash again. You know, that lack of agility is what's going to cost us a lot of time. For some reason I thought this was going to swap to the life element, not the sensei element, but you know what? This means that Ambush is still corresponding with the current element of the area, so it's perfectly legal to play him. Man, my platforming skills. These guys can't touch this. No, can't touch this. This is really what spells it out as the finale of the Skylanders Imaginators Soul Seekers series. It wouldn't be much of a finale without my awesome singing skills. Or should I say lack thereof. It is very weird playing the game on mute right now because I do not have my headphones on me, a bit like when I recorded for the Superchargers portion of a carry-on lock. So yes, having the game on mute is very bizarre, but it's working for me. You know, whatever works. Magic is stronger here, and there is no such thing really as a quick magic character. So we're just going to go with our Imaginator instead. That's the closest thing we have to any sort of speed. I forgot how ugly this magic swashbuckler is for a moment there, but you know what? I think in comparison to the Undead Knights, I think they definitely stand hand in hand. There's no point saying one is uglier than the other if they're just different. Yeah, let's go with that. Different. They're not ugly, they're just different. Stop! Slow me down! Bad level. Bad! I don't like you very much when you do that to me. In fact, I don't like you at all, dare I say. Okay, I think Earth is about to pop up here. I thought so correctly, and you know who's going to obliterate these guys very, very quickly? That's going to be Tritip. Tritip gets the honour once more. Obviously, we haven't played him enough in this level as of just yet. Boom! Boom! Oh, shake the room some more. I think all we need to do is actually take out the big dude. Then the gate should open. Yes, that's exactly what happens. Oh, nice explosion. That pushed him all back for me. Love to see it, we do. Oh, if only this guy's charge was quicker than him walking. But it isn't. His charge is much slower, especially since we have to actually charge up his charge, ironically. Grab the pizza, don't mind if we do. And then let's get this into place. I can't be asked to swap out for Dark Element for a section as short as this. Hopefully we have completed the speedrun objectives, because that was really our only objective. We had one job. Please don't tell me we failed it miserably. Okay, now we can get out of here. Sweet! The gate has been unlocked. We have finished the bonus round. We probably lost, but I wasn't really paying attention to the scoreboard, to be perfectly honest with all of you. And just like that, we have unnecessary deep studio. Unfortunately, I can't press this button in the video game for. I can't skip over it as much as I really, really want to. I'm mashing this button as hard as I possibly can, but the game said no. And man, that was so much back and forth, so much swapping. There's more areas in this level apparently than what there is in Battle and Amusement Park. They had 16 areas. Griffith Park Observatory had 26 areas. No wonder how I wound up missing a large majority of them. But yeah, how many areas was that specifically? 9 areas. Okay, so I was exaggerating. But the important thing here, the key, is that we completed the speed run. 17 seconds to spare in all. So that means we have every single level star of the game, as well as the final cutscene that we're absolutely going to skip over. Oh my god, it's Super Chaos. But you know what I have to combat Super Chaos? I finally designed one of my own Imaginators, and when I said earlier I could really have been doing with the good ideas hat when I designed this Imaginator, well, you're about to see what I mean. This Imaginator is kind of lame, but the lameness just adds to the hilarity of it. I present to you, to fight Super Chaos, we have Super Bananarama. Oh, I suppose Imaginator isn't that bad, but you know what? We can't beat him, join him. We're going to defeat Chaos with the might of his own headgear. How epic is that? And I have a pineapple doubler, to go alongside my banana head, because this is banana armor we're talking about. He's a vine that has sprouted from a magical banana. First thing he did when he opened his eyes was he found 2 pineapples, put them together, and started whacking them around. Enemies stood no chance. Boom, let's take them out. But obviously, no, he's not just banana armor, he's super banana armor, because he has the Super Chaos headgear. The Superior Helm, I believe it's called. So yes, let's take down Super Saiyan Chaos. And obviously we have to fight against him as our Sentinel Imaginator, because Doomlanders we have to fight against them as the corresponding Imaginator battle class. Well, we never fought a Sentinel Doomlander because the Sentinel Doomlander is debuted in this fight, so therefore this fight is a Sentinel fight, a fight for the honour of the Sentinel class, and obviously life is representing the Sentinel class for the Imaginators. You guys have got to go, this is not cool. Like seriously, you think you stand a chance against Super Banana Armor? Super is in the name for a reason, bro. Get him out of here. Vines and power. You know what? We're taking damage. I don't much care. We're too powerful for this. We're too powerful for this crap. In fact, we even shield it to add more insult to injury over here. Yeah, when I say this fight is easier than the quick shot Doomlander, this here is what I meant. Oh boy, I just took a lot of damage. I'm about to eat my words, it would seem. Oh no, maybe I just eat the Imaginator period, because the Imaginator just does look particularly delicious. Let's take it out. Yes, I do think the Imaginator needs some work. This isn't a finalised design, but I didn't have hours upon hours to spend finalising this Imaginator. I just knew I needed some sort of food theme, because at the end of the day that seems to be the theme of a lot of life Skylanders. Even Camo utilises watermelons, and his catchphrase is fruit punch, for Pete's sake. You cannot tell me that this dragon is not fruit themed. Okay, cool, he's out of here. And soon his little friend will be too. Ow. Not before I take damage beforehand. I am down to 300. I need food, and luckily for me there is food back there, so let's try and hit the Doomlander some more. Watch out for the shockwaves along the way. Boom! Oh, what do you know? That guy left me behind some food also. So now, just like that, we have a whole boatload of pizza, as well as a cutscene I'm going to skip over by pressing the best button in the video game. First skip button. Watch out for these brawlers over here. Take down Kaos some more. Go back for the food that the game denied me earlier. How dare it? That's just so rude. Take my vines to the face. But yes, I thought it was a vine attack for a vine team Imaginator was rather appropriate, so we went with that. Even though I do think the plant attack is a much better attack for the life element. So we sacrificed the better attack for the theming of the Imaginator. Totally worth it. A bit like how people will sacrifice like the most powerful, statistically, pieces of gear for the sake of the ones that look the best on their Imaginator. I mean, for my guy, I'm fighting Kaos, so what would be more appropriate than a Kaos backpack? Am I right? Okay, here we go. It's like Kaos, but if he was a banana and if he was a hero. He even has a hero's voice, for Pete's sake. So yes, I'm glad that Kaos is not a banana nor a hero, because if this is what Kaos looked like in that exact scenario, it would be very, very weird. And here we go, it's time for our Imaginators to become even more powerful, right when I thought my Sentinel wasn't powerful enough. Here we go, making it even more over the top. Woo, pizza, don't mind if we do. It's impossible to die in this fight, because it's just so generous with the food, man. It's so generous. Die, die, die. This is so fun, just bullying Kaos for 20 minutes straight. In fact, I'm not sure this fight is even going to be 20 minutes long. At this rate, we're getting through it rather quickly indeed. This finale episode is going to be shorter than the episode preceding it, which is ironic. Let's watch out for the shockwaves though. You know, I don't want to lose characters in the finale. This is one time to not lose characters, even though we are dealing with what should be the toughest part of the game. You know, final bosses should be tougher than this, but the game said no. Give me pizza! Thank you, video game. Oh, there's even more pizza. Lying in wait. Even though Kaos is, you know, on the brim of being defeated, so need for pizza now. Not the highest most thing, because we should survive. This keyword here is should, but just because we should doesn't mean we would. Boom! He's out here. Super Saiyan Kaos is no more. He couldn't stand a chance. He didn't stand a chance against my superior Super Saiyan form, the Super Bananarama. Give me some studded arm guards. Well, we didn't collect all of the Imaginite pieces. All we needed for 100% completion was the level stars and the Imaginite sets. So now that we have all of those, you're about to see, as I go into the pause menu here, 100%! Yes, all of the Imaginite sets, all of the level stars, and all of the bonus goals. So without further ado, it is time for the very last Imaginite chest of the entire series. This here Imaginite chest, we earned it for that final level star in Lair of Kaos. Without further ado, what have we earned for ourselves? An ultimate piece of gear. It is for Viking's Pride. Now that is how you end off a series. We're not going to roll the outro just yet, because obviously I want to thank you all for being along for this journey. We debuted this series back in 2023, I believe it was. So this has spread well over a year, and whilst we did take our time getting to the end of the series, you know what? That just meant that we could treasure every moment rather than rushing to the end. I might have been making jokes earlier about it being all about the destination rather than the journey, but you know what? The journey of this series was an epic one. We had some really high highs, some really low lows, but you know what? The high highs wouldn't be as high as they were if not for the lows right there. The juxtaposition is what made this such a roller coaster of a series. I enjoyed almost every last minute of it. I mean, there was the Rat Kingdom and the Tech Sensei realm, and the Magic Sensei realm, and the Undead Sensei realm. Just pretty much all of the Sensei realms, unless you're the Fire realm. The Fire realm was pretty fun. Same goes for the Water realm. And the Air realm, I suppose. You know, pretty much any realm that's a lot more traditional rather than being gimmicky and it just had straightforward, like, platform and combat. They're the most enjoyable realms. Coincidence? I think not! That being said, thank you all so much for supporting this series through the long odyssey that it is taking to get here. But I couldn't have asked for a greater fan base supporting the show as it came along. It wasn't weekly as I originally promised. I do apologise for the gaps in the schedule, but say when life gets in the way, there's not much else you can do about it. The universe kind of just throws you a curveball and you've got no choice but to attempt swinging at it and probably failing miserably. Wow, that's a bit of a downer note to end off the series on. Really what you should do is you should strive for your dreams, because with ambition you can accomplish anything you set your minds to. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't let your dreams be dreams. I feel now like I'm just copying someone. Don't know where I'm getting this feeling from. But with that having been said and done, let's roll that outro for the very last time on the show. Thank you so much for watching through to the end of this video. I deeply appreciate every last one of you, since it's viewers such as yourself which make these videos possible, and I couldn't do it without all of your unwavering support. If you enjoyed what you just saw, you can click on screen now to watch either my most recent video or a video picked out specifically just for you. You can also access the entire playlist for the video you just watched. I'll be seeing you in the next video, but until that moment arises, peace!